So, in past months, now really in past years, the subject of UFOs, UAPs has come up again and again and again and again. And in fact, Congress has been called upon. They've actually passed some laws that require disclosure of certain things. But for one reason or another, we never seem to get there. And so, over the course of the first part of the Trump's administration this year, Anna Paulina Luna and others have come out and they're beginning to say that they are getting more information. They held some hearings, they showed some videos. They showed an amazing video of what they call a UAP, which is the new term for these things, actually being targeted by a Hellfire missile. And the missile goes to strike the object, and the object doesn't simply blinks out of the way. Apparently, it does not get impacted or in any way harmed by the missile. Not possible based on what normally would happen with a Hellfire missile. So there is a very interesting documentary that has been talked about. It's going to come out in the next 48 hours. It's called Age of Disclosure. Before I go too far down this path, I'm going to go over to something that Tim Burchett, the congressman from Tennessee, who's also been known for calling out certain things in this line, and listen to what he has to say about this.
Out pretty soon, if it's ever allowed to come out. I was in it a little bit, and then you have former members of the CIA. You have others that positively say they were there, and they identified these things. They diagnosed them, and they saw them. They saw the craft, and there's enough people out there saying it, but they're just so suppressed, and the media moves on so fast on something.
So he said they say these things are real. Now, notice he said former members of intelligence and such. Anna Paulina Luna has gone on the record on the Rogan Show and other things talking about that she's been briefed on these. There's only so much she can share without violating her security clearances and authorizations, but that there is something here. And so I want to go ahead and play a short trailer for this. And then I want to make some questions about it, and we'll come back in just a minute.
We've had repeated instances of something operating in the airspace over restricted nuclear facilities, and it's not ours.
These are otherworldly things that are performing maneuvers that haven't been seen.
I have seen with my own eyes non-human craft and non-human beings.
This is so secret. There have been very few people in our entire government that have been allowed or provided access to it.
Even presidents have been operating on a need-to-know basis, but that begins to ramp out of control.
It's not acceptable to have secret parts of government that no one ever sees. People have been hurt protecting and hiding this information.
Some people claim it would cost them their lives if they spoke out about these things.
You had information being locked away that could change the trajectory for species.
This is the biggest discovery in human history.
Okay. So one of the things that you notice is it's being promoted like you would promote a Mel Gibson thriller. They have quotes from Variety. They have quotes from other review organizations. Oh, it's this, it's that. It's the biggest thing since sliced bread. One of the trailers that they have out shows some of the people that are in the documentary. And keep in mind, he introduces it saying, they're ex-CIA, they're ex-military intelligence. Well, what have we learned about these people, given the disclosures that we've heard up to now? Many of these things that the CIA and perhaps FBI and others have been involved with has not been good, and it hasn't been truthful to the American people. Why would we just automatically assume that, but they've flipped a switch, and now they're going to tell us all the truth about UAPs, and they're going to do it in a documentary that's actually going to be in theaters on Thursday or on Prime, Amazon Prime. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll tell us part of it. But my spidey sense is up on this one. And it's one of those things where we've coached folks again and again and again. If you feel something's not quite kosher, just ask about it. Just be willing to say, I'm going to maybe wait and see. We're not telling you not to watch it. If you want to watch it, go on Prime and watch it. I will be probably. But the point is, if there's something that doesn't seem quite right, your instinct might just be correct. So that's what we're going to suggest here. You'll see a lot of people, I think, commenting on this on Twitter and on X and others in the coming couple of days, and we'll see what comes out. One of the things that really got my antenna up on it, one of the people it's in the documentary, James Clapper. Aren't we expecting him to be indicted? Hasn't he been indicted yet? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. So we'll see as we get into it. The other thing that I thought was very interesting was earlier today there was a new post from something called the Fourth Psyop. I believe it's the Fourth Psyop Division. It's part of the Army, actually. It's called the Ghost Army, if you will. And back during World War II, apparently this organization developed some techniques to be able to tell the enemy or give the enemy certain information that wasn't necessarily what they thought it was. And you show them here, they're holding up a rubber tank, and they would had them constructed. They could blow them up and make it look like we had a lot more armament on a field, just as an example. Today, they could be doing all kinds of things. And I thought we'd play this briefly just as an example. They've posted a number of times in the last couple of years. They're always fascinating, and you'll hear them referred to as the Ghost Army. Here. The game.
Goddamn army.
There's another force applied in combat that we generally don't think of as a weapon of war. That weapon is words. Words are weapons.
Telling the truth is the only way in which to influence people.
This is psychological warfare.
So kind of interesting. I wonder why that would come out today when this thing's supposed to come out on Age of Disclosure in 48 hours. No way to tell. Back to you, Todd.